Watch out. It's Mothman. It was a night just like this when people in a quiet town started seeing something they couldn't explain. A shape, too big to be a bird. Eyes glowing red in the dark. Most Mothman sightings trace back to one place. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. In the mid-1960s, it was a quiet river town surrounded by forests, factories, and an abandoned military site known as the TNT area. From a scientific standpoint, skeptics argue the creature may have been a large bird, possibly a sandhill crane, misidentified in low light. Others point to environmental factors, industrial pollution, psychological contagion, and the stress of living near decaying infrastructure. But none of those explanations fully account for one thing: why the sightings clustered so tightly around one location and one bridge. But stories like this don't survive for decades because of charts and explanations. They survive because of what people actually saw. Eyewitness. Late one night in 1966, two young couples were driving near the old TNT area when something stepped into the headlights. It wasn't perched. It wasn't flying. It was standing there, watching them. They described a tall, human-shaped figure with massive wings folded behind its back. No feathers, no sound, just two glowing red eyes that didn't blink. When they tried to drive away, it didn't chase them on the ground. It rose straight up into the air and followed them at nearly 100 miles per hour. That's when the calls started coming in. Button line, different witnesses, different nights, same description, same eyes, and always near the bridge.
Giant owl or something pretending to be one? The caption calls it Mothman, but the face looks almost like a bird wearing a human expression.
After the sightings, the town didn't just feel scared, it felt off. Dogs refused to go outside at night. Radios crackled with voices that weren't there. And people reported phone calls that ended the moment they were answered. Some claimed the creature wasn't attacking anyone at all. It was appearing, and then disaster followed. As sightings increased, so did the attention on one place in particular, the Silver Bridge. A narrow span of steel connecting Point Pleasant to Ohio. Old, overworked, taken for granted. Witnesses later said the creature was seen near the bridge in the days leading up to the disaster. Not attacking, not interfering, just watching traffic pass, night after night. Then, on December 15, 1967, during rush hour, the bridge gave way, resulting in the deaths of 46 people, 2 of whom were never found. In the days and weeks after the collapse, the town of Point Pleasant felt a strange emptiness. Life went on, but the memory of the bridge hung over everyone. Locals reported strange sightings even after the tragedy. Flashes of movement near the river, glowing eyes in the trees, and unexplained shadows along empty streets. Some swore the creature had never left, as if it had been waiting, watching the town recover from afar.
February 1st, 2026, something flew over their neighborhood. But here's the thing, there has been an uptick in supposed Mothman sightings, ranging anywhere from Chicago to the East Coast. Take a look at the footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
What was that? It's so fast. Something flew by so fast it knocked the snow off that light pole. What do you think it was? Leave a comment below if you have any ideas. Even years after the collapse, strange occurrences kept the town on edge. Locals reported seeing shadowy figures on quiet roads, hearing untraceable footsteps in empty buildings, and witnessing flickers of glowing red eyes in the forests. Some said their animals acted strangely, dogs barking at nothing, cats staring into corners where no one was. And a few of the braver witnesses claimed the creature wasn't just appearing near the bridge anymore. It was moving silently through the town, as if it were watching everything, waiting for something.
Historically, almost every Mothman sighting has relied solely on eyewitness accounts, until 2016.
Finally, some pics of Mothman flying.
Some are convinced that the cryptid spotted in the original Mothman sightings was a misidentified barred owl.
Now that is one creepy-looking owl. Are its eyes really that red? Do they glow in the dark? So if Mothman wasn't attacking anyone, and it wasn't stopping the disaster, then what exactly was it doing? Some researchers believe the creature wasn't a monster at all, but a kind of living warning sign, appearing before moments of tragedy, then vanishing once the event passed. Others argue it may have been something far stranger, not a creature of flesh and blood, but a phenomenon, a manifestation triggered by stress, fear, or even the environment itself. Sightings beyond Point Pleasant. What makes the Mothman story harder to dismiss is that Point Pleasant wasn't the last place it appeared. In the years that followed, similar sightings were reported near other bridges, highways, and disaster sites, often described the same way. Tall, winged, red eyes, always appearing shortly before something went wrong. The Men in Black connection. Around the same time as the sightings, some witnesses reported visits from strange men asking questions they shouldn't have known to ask. They spoke oddly, dressed out of place, and warned people not to talk about what they had seen. These encounters later became part of the Men in Black legend, blurring the line between cryptid sightings and something far more unsettling. The Omen Theory. This led to one of the most disturbing theories of all, that Mothman isn't a creature, but a signal. Something that appears when disaster is already set in motion, not to cause it and not to stop it, but to observe it. Almost like a reminder that some events can't be changed, only witnessed. Skeptics versus believers. Of course, not everyone believes the Mothman was anything supernatural. Skeptics argue the sightings were a product of fear, coincidence, and misidentification, a town under stress looking for meaning in chaos. But believers point out something harder to explain. The descriptions never changed. The timing was always wrong. And the creature was always seen before tragedy, never after. The silence afterward. After the bridge collapse, something else happened that still unsettles researchers. The sightings stopped. The phone calls ended. And whatever had been seen near the riverbanks and forests simply vanished, as if its purpose had been fulfilled. Modern sightings and resurgence. Decades later, reports began to surface again. Chicago, Chernobyl, even near major infrastructure sites across the world. Different locations, same description. Each time, the pattern felt familiar. A sudden appearance, growing unease, and then disaster. The uncomfortable question, which leaves us with an uncomfortable possibility. If Mothman isn't bound to one place, and if it appears before tragedy, then it may not be a legend from the past. It may be something we haven't noticed yet. And if that's true, the question isn't whether Mothman was real. It's whether we'll recognize it the next time it appears. If you made it this far, please smash that like button, and I'll continue to bring you more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and watch out. There may be a Mothman nearby.